Here at White House Field, it's Game 1 of the East Division Series between the Harwich Mariners and the Chatham Anglers. This, the playoff edition of the Manager Show. Jake Eisenberg alongside the skipper, John Schiffner.
45th edition.
45th edition, that's right. And we're going to start with the other night. You said that seeing this team make the playoffs would be one of the happiest moments of your coaching career.
Yeah, really happy for these guys. I mean, they have endured a lot. Just lots and lots of stuff has gone on with this team, and they've handled it like true gentlemen. And it is nice now to say we were a playoff team in the Cape Cod League. That's, it means a lot. Again, a lot of things I tell these guys, sometimes it's, they're not going to realize it when they get back to school, but they might realize it several years down the road that, wow, hey, we made the playoffs, and they earned it. They earned it. I know we backed in somewhat. We still earned it by hanging on when we had to hang on. And we had the huge win on Tuesday night, and that got us there. So really proud of them, really happy for them.
So how do you and how does the team feel today?
I mean, you can't put too much emphasis because it's the playoffs. It's still a baseball game, and you still got to do exactly what you did 2 nights ago tonight. So it's just another game for me, and I've tried not to make them put any extra pressure. I didn't go down there while they were stretching and, say, hey, no, it's a ball game. And we've done everything. There's been no changes or no dramatic changes, except we brought in some other players, but we haven't done anything that, change things up. Not like we took a coach bus or we flew from Chatham to Harwich, something like that. It's just another ball game in this summer of theirs of 2016. Is there a bigger emphasis? Yes, there is, but you're still going to play the game the same way. You can't play a game differently because it's a playoff game.
With that being said, how do your managerial duties change from the regular season to the postseason?
Nothing at all. I mean, the only thing we did different in 44 games was we basically we shut the pitching staff down. We rested and made sure we have the best bullpen arms ready to go for this weekend. And that's what we did. Not that, Reed came in and did a nice job. Reed did fine. It's just that we have other arms that we're going to use in those situations later in the game. We said, no, we're in. Let's make sure we're fully loaded for this weekend.
What about the in-game managing? Because we spoke earlier this season about how it's about development, and maybe now it's more about winning. So how does that change?
Well, it still is pretty much the same thing. I mean, I think you'll see a lot more small ball the next few days because we're down another player. As Donovan Casey had to go home. Hopefully we can win this series and he'll be back for the next series. So taking his bat out of the lineup we don't have as much power as we had. So I think we're going to have to rely on more small ball than we have throughout the season. But that'd be and that's because of lack of personnel, not because it's the playoffs.
Now, when it comes to the Harwich Mariners, this is a team that has seemingly had Chatham's number except for 1 or 2 games this season. Chatham's record against the Mariners, 1-4-1. And here at White House Field, the Anglers haven't won. Is that in the back of anyone's mind?
No, it's still, we beat them. We've shown we can beat them. There is not a dramatic difference between the teams here. A break here, a break there, a line drive here, a line drive there. Got to go play the game. We got to go play our best game and see if we can keep them from playing their best game.
When it comes to Harwich's pitching staff, they're finished the season with an ERA at an even 2. And through these 3 games, they'll throw out Hunter Williams tonight, B.J. Myers tomorrow, Packy Naughton on Sunday, all 3 Cape League All-Stars.
Sandy Koufax is in the bullpen. No, they're good. They're good. Steve did a hell of a job putting this team together. He's where he should be. But in baseball, it's very tough to run tables. It's very tough to be invincible because there's so many things that can happen even though you're doing very well. I mean, but on paper, that's as good a team as there is in this league. They're really, really good. They've got a lot of answers. They can play small ball when they have to. They can run a little bit. They've got some power in the middle of the lineup. They have outstanding starting pitching and even a better bullpen. So it's a tough challenge for us.
When it comes to your squad, there are some guys that played in the College World Series and Super Regionals and the like, but this is a playoff atmosphere for the first time for some of them. So what's that adjustment like?
Well, hopefully they've seen enough playoff-style crowds the last 10 days, 2 weeks to know, okay, this is what it's going to be like. I can't explain it to them any better. I've said it a few times in the dugout. This is a playoff crowd, guys. And, and it's the same excitement. There's no difference. You've got to play the game of baseball the way you've been taught how to play it, whether it's a playoff game or not.
When it comes to Simon Matthews, who'll take the ball for you tonight, he's starting for, it seems like he's been the most consistent guy. Is that why he's getting the ball game 1?
We set it up. He has been very consistent for us, and it's, as we came down the stretch, we just had to throw people in certain spots, and we set this up hoping Simon was going to be in this position because he matches up very well with the Harwich hitters, and it just seems to be, it should be his ball. he did his job the other night when he threw the 1 inning of relief and shut down Orleans in that situation. So that worked in our favor for 2 things. It gave him his bullpen day, and he gave us a solid inning and an extra inning game.
When it comes to the rest of this playoff schedule, what do you think Chatham's chances are?
I think we're as good as anybody. Any chances you have, it's always, you never know. This is a really weird game. And, maybe the luck will change for us. Maybe it won't. Maybe Harwich will catch the, disease where they're hitting the ball right at people and not getting anything for it. And we'll chink and shank and blimp and blunt and whatever and score more runs than them. That's the game of baseball. And, I'll take these guys. We have gone nose to nose at Harwich several times, played very good ball games with them. So I have no idea what's going to happen. All I know is that these kids will play hard for 9 innings today and tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day. They like to play baseball with each other. They really are a good team. They're great teammates. So whatever happens, they'll have that to take with them too.
Well, the Anglers looking for a win against the Harwich Mariners for the first time this season at White House Field, looking to get off on the right foot in the 2016 playoffs and maybe a step closer to the 6th championship in franchise history. Schiff, thanks as always for your time.
Thank you very much. That's a good interview. I like my answers.
Evan, back to you.